how's it going again? Something that I get asked quite frequently is about house hacking, or if people have money they want to invest in real estate and they want to look at doing multifamily properties. So, multifamily is going to be your duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, fiveplexes, even anything. When you get above fiveplex, you start running into some different rules. So, we're going to focus on five and less. Typically, four and less is more common. Just for the greater Phoenix area, you're going to see mostly centered here. You see the Phoenix area over to Tempe, Mesa, and then it'll stretch up towards, Cave Creek, Glendale. Um, you got a little bit in Apache Junction, and it's kind of sporadic, hit or miss. One in Chandler and Superior, Globe, and then down to Coolidge, Eloy. But by and large, your Gilbert, Chandler, Queen Creek, Santan have virtually nothing when it comes to that. Um, Another thing that when I'm looking for clients, when I'm looking at multifamily properties, is I'm really going to be looking at their the investment side of things. So, how much money is the property bringing in? What are the operating expenses, at least the reported operating expenses, and do we agree with um, what the seller is advertising? Oftentimes, you'll see sellers advertising a really high cap rate, but in reality, they're not given the full picture when it comes to their operating expenses. So, deals do exist. I have come across multifamilies that seem to be five, six, seven, eight, sometimes even nine on a cap rate. But you know, with the high interest rate environment, people that are able to make offers and move on something like that either have a really good plan when it comes to how they're financing it, and their exit plan, so to speak, whether they are going to exit or what kind of improvements they're going to do in order to increase their cap rate once they own it. Um, or they're able to do cash and sidestep the financing, and using their strong position with cash, be able to get into a property at a lower purchase price, which is the other side of the equation of the cap rate, to make sure that's going to be a worthwhile investment. So, just looking at multifamilies and over the greater Phoenix area, you can see the area I have circled here. There are 79. There are many millions of people. I don't many millions, but there are millions of people, millions of homes. You have 79 properties. All I'm looking at here is duplex, triplex, or fourplex, and if they're active or coming soon. One thing that we can do real quick is we can go to under contracts and pending. And that way we can so we were at 79 actives and we're at 99 when we include all of the under contracts and pending properties. So, we're sitting at roughly 20% of the multifamilies are in a transaction of some sort, and the other 80% are still out there available. And they sit a little bit longer, and so if people aren't as positioned to make offers on it, seems like the kind of market where you can be pretty picky about what you get into. If you are a new home buyer and you want a house hack, unfortunately, you're going to have to qualify for a pretty decent financing package in order to get into something reasonable. There's some stuff that is pretty cheap, pretty far out, but the real issue is the age of the buildings, the amount of work that they would really require, the number of bedrooms. So your rent limit is capped, and the value of the land, the value of stuff is so high. So your cap rate on the types of homes that, if you are a young entrepreneurial type of person who wants to start building a real estate portfolio by buying a duplex, it's a tough market for that right now. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're going to have to be pretty tenacious and creative to get into something like that. If that's something you want to look into, be happy to work with you to try to find something. If you're sitting on couple mil, then there's definitely properties out there that are giving a pretty good returns. This one, this is the most expensive one. I was looking at this one a little bit earlier. 3 million ask price, 5.25 cap rate. It's a 2022 build, um, and in a great location. That seems like a pretty safe place to put some money and get a pretty good return. You're getting a net operating income of 170,000, and their operating expenses are pretty low. It's a new build, but that does seem to be taking into account insurance and taxes, plus miscellaneous for maintenance. So, anyways, if this is helpful, let me know. If there's anything else you want me to go over, be happy to look into it.